What's going on, y'all? It's Dimitri. I'm in the kitchen right now about to hook up some vanilla protein pancakes with a mix of pears and cinnamon. It's a recipe I got from the Fixate book. I figured I'd try it out this morning. You know, normally I do my Shakeology in the morning, but sometimes on the weekends, you know, I want to eat like the old school breakfast, like some eggs, some bacon, pancakes, but I fight the temptation and don't give in to all that stuff all the time, so I'm trying to look for healthy options. This recipe from the Fixate book is, it looks pretty good. I hadn't tried it yet. This is going to be my first time, so let's give it a shot. I got all my ingredients here. We'll start off by getting slices of pear. This is different. I never had pear on pancakes before, but I got slices of pear, and I'm supposed to mix that with a teaspoon of, that's not a teaspoon. There we go. It's a tablespoon. So we'll go with this teaspoon. There we go. Teaspoon of cinnamon. This is cinnamon, by the way. Like you didn't know it. I can't get it out of the bowl. There we go. Sprinkle that bad boy in there. There we go. Okay, so I get the cinnamon and mix it up. Pears. You might want to take a look at that. Okay. So when you mix it real good, you get all the pears covered with a little bit of cinnamon. There you have it. That should be pretty good covering. We'll put that away for now. We'll get into the mixing of our batter. This is the part I like. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my ingredients, back up a little bit so you can see. I got almond flour, which is supposed to be a healthy option right here. We got almond flour and coconut flour. These are two new things for me. I've never used these before. We're going to start out with those. So I'll go ahead and put in 1 cup of almond flour. I'll pick it up here so you can see it. Okay, so almond flour in. Set that to the side. Give me a 1/2 cup of coconut flour. Add that to the mix. Blam. Got them in a medium bowl. And we'll get ready to mix that with our hands a little bit. What I also have is my whey protein. I cook a lot of protein pancakes with this. So I get a 1.5 scoops of the whey protein. So that's 1 scoop. And about 1/2. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Now that we got our flours and our protein in, go ahead and mix in 3 eggs. So bang those on the side right here. That's 1. Yeah, whole eggs, not just the whites. So 2. And 3. Yeah, making a mess on the side, but I don't care at this point. Rinse my hands off real quick. Get my little towel. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add 1/2 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Some people like to drink this. I don't really care for it too much. I usually cook with it. So we'll pour that in, splash in there. No water for this recipe though. So I'm a bit surprised. Sometimes people like to add water. Some people like to add milk. And some people like to add both. I'm kind of a milk or nothing guy. And last but not least, you're supposed to mix in vanilla extract. We're out of that vanilla, so we're going to go ahead and make it work with this caramel extract we had left over from, what is this, Thanksgiving? Christmas?
I don't know.
Let's just say it's from Thanksgiving and go with that. One thing that my grandfather always did when I was a kid was to add cinnamon to his pancake mix. And I'm going to do that now. So. And you don't need to dominate it, but I'm just going to pat a little bit in here. It gives it a good smell. Sometimes you got to eyeball stuff. So I eyeball that, and I say that's right at about, we'll go ahead and call it a tablespoon. You know, you got to add your own mix to it. So that's all my ingredients. I'm going to take this to the blender, and I'll be right back. All right, so what I'm going to do here is get about a spoonful scoop and add that to the grill. The grill's nice and hot. You can hear it start to sizzle. Get another teaspoon. Don't mind that big piece I just dropped in the middle. And try to press that and spread it out and let it settle itself out. Get that round shape. You can see that this is a lot more stiff than your Bisquick pancakes. Like my brother asked me when I was saying I was gonna cook these this morning. He's like, "Are you gonna make it with Bisquick?" No, this is not Bisquick. We try to stay away from those I guess recipes that have a lot of the preservatives in them. Bisquick is one of those things that comes from the center of the store, and I stay away from the center. And I try to keep it all whole wheat. So no Bisquick here. This is what's called almond flour and coconut flour. And what per the information in the recipe book, they said this will make about 10. Must be 10 really small ones. All right. These gonna be those silver dollar pancakes. Spread out a little bit more too, getting warm. And they say that you cook each side for 2 to 3 minutes. It said medium low heat, so I got my temperature right around 300 on this griddle. I don't think we can sweeten no more out of this. Drop a little bit more on that one, let it spread out. So I'll take the spatula, work it around it a little bit. This one's been here for roughly 2 minutes, so I'll get under that one and flip it just like that. And then at that time, spread it out a little bit, and that's where you start to get your size from it. Now the thing that I do like about these, come back up, is I'll cook several of these and then I'll put them in a plastic bag, put them in the freezer. You can stick them in your toaster, warm them up, and you can have, you know, 1 or 2 every other day. So don't get all in a pinch about, if I cook 10 of these, I'm not gonna be able to eat them all in one day. Of course not. Freeze them, store them from later. That'll save you time. So if you cook them all in one day like I'm doing, I basically made enough breakfast for the next 4 days if I'm eating 2 of these. So there you have it. See if my flapjack gang is still on point. There we go. Damn, look at that. Papa be proud, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, these right here didn't spread out that much at all, so I'm gonna try to work them with the spatula. Spread them out a little bit. So I should be able to scoop them down. We'll go ahead and flip them just like that. This one ain't cooperating, so we'll let them sit. Usually you could, my grandfather taught me you can hit it with your middle finger, just kind of pat it and slide it on your spatula, and that'll help you with catching it, so you won't be kicking it off the side. You know, a lot of times you see people knock their pancakes off the griddle onto the floor or into the fire. You know, use that little finger real quick. So just like that, bam, just like that. So they're cooking. My child's in the back being adventurous. Okay, we finally finished cooking up the pancakes, and I'll show you how they suggest you dress it up. So I got pancakes here, I got pears, and what you can do is just kind of stagger those pears in there like that. So you get about 3 on, put about 3 more on. This does make it look a little bit better though, doesn't it? So you're supposed to be anchoring with me. You're supposed to like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing you can also do with this, now that you have this all set up, you could also hit it with some agave. People like agave now, that's the end thing. It spreads faster than syrup. I also like honey. My grandfather raised me on eating honey with my pancakes, so I got a soft spot in my heart for that. So we're gonna go with honey today. You could put a little bit on this. You don't want to go overboard with it because the pears are gonna make it a little sweet anyway. So pour a little honey on like that. That does make it look pretty good. Spread it out that way. Cover it up, and there you go. So like I said, this right here is the vanilla protein pancake with pears and cinnamon from Autumn Calabrese's Fixate book. For those of you that count your calories and you're eating with the 21-day fixed containers, that will be 1 purple, 1 red, and I believe 2 teaspoons. So if you have any questions or any interest in this book, it's got a lot of awesome recipes in here, not just breakfast. We're talking lunch, dinner, and snacks. Hit me up, and I'll give you the details on how to get it. That's all I got from the kitchen today, and I'll see you guys later.